No doubt.
That's way different.
Yeah. But really want to do.
It was almost like, let's take this off right now. It was a
way
downer.
different.
It was a downer right now. The way that was beat came in.
Hey, but that gave me an idea. Now I know how to come
did.
in. Yeah. We go say less. We go just do it. We go say less.
Because it was already like, okay, we know how to do it next time.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. What's up, man? We got everybody.
What's up?
No doubt.
Man, we got Lawson in training camp. We got Big in Ohio. We got OC sitting up in Prosper, right? Prosper.
Yeah, man. I'm in Dallas. Dallas.
Okay, I'm gonna say Dallas, man.
Yeah.
I'm in Dallas. You know, I'm in Dallas right now. I'm in Dallas.
In Dallas, man. My boy's in Dallas, and I'm in Dallas. Man. Whew. And what's up, Law? Something on your mind, big dog?
Today's a good day, man.
Okay.
Oh man, hey, this team. I know it's day 6, but man, we got a long way to go. But man, this team is stepping up, man.
You say the team stepping up?
Step it up, man.
Or they gotta step it up?
They're gonna have to. The offensive side.
Let me turn this down.
Offensive side gonna have to step up. Real talk.
Okay.
I got some good news, bad news, you know, that type of stuff, you know.
Oh, we don't want to hear it.
Y'all want the sugary substance, or y'all want the real deal, you know.
Hey, you know what we want?
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
That's all we want.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna give it to y'all.
And I think everybody can handle it. You know what I mean? Good news, bad news, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We all grown, bro. It's part of the process. We cool. I can't wait to hear it.
Yes.
It must be good because it's sitting at the tip of your tongue, big dog.
Well, bittersweet is depending on how you look at it, you know.
Yeah,
Depending on how you look at it. You know,
you right.
when expectations meets reality.
Ooh, it was some bad news. You see, you ain't gotta say too much to me. I get it. It's bad news. That boy, expectation meet reality.
Yoga fire, yoga flame.
I go that down.
Man, I wrote it right down on the, what you call it, a Buddha Umagata, whatever that part of your brain is. I know I butchered it. Shoot.
Abula Gumagala.
You know what I'm
That
talking
sounds
about.
like a disease.
I know. I straight butchered that. Oh man. So what we talking about
Shout
today?
out to you, Christopher.
Go run it up.
Man,
Can we check or something?
Come on, Cowboy Nation.
The more I listen to this,
I've been really in the
the
field.
more I know he talking about us.
Lately, I just wanna run it up.
That boy say we really in the field.
I make the deal, have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
That boy say half a million to a ticket, baby.
Kinda check us on. Lately, I just wanna run it
And that's what I want to do too.
Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T, like I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
I don't know why when I hear
Still
that
the
final
same, I
word,
switch it
I
sides,
just
now
feel
it's about
cooler.
loyalty.
It just,
Size off for the
I just
bag,
feel
and that's what
smooth.
more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment.
I
You just
experiment.
like what's on the
know
shelf
what I'm
and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl is
Yoga
nothing but
fire,
this. Can't
yoga
trust a soul, I
flame.
keep a hammer, call it too legit.
No Sleep
I've been
Nation.
really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it.
maybe I just want to run.
Right.
What's up, fellas? All right, I'm gonna kick it off, man.
What's good?
I'm gonna kick it off, and then we go let you go real quick, Law. We go get right into it. All right, so here we go, man. I want to just talk about something that Jerry came out with. Get y'all thoughts real quick. I ain't gonna spend all day on this, but this is what Jerry said. He said it's BS for anybody to be making anything of that, and he was talking about Jimmy being in the ring and where he said, Shrug said, basically it looks petty. And he said, it's BS for anybody to be making anything of that. John said, I've said I'm going to put him in. Now, when I put him in and the circumstances and what I do with that, there's a lot more than Jimmy to think about here. Mm-hmm. And I've got a lot of other lives out here that have laid a lot on the line on the field that need to be in the ring of honor as well. And so how I do that, what I do it with, I get to make that decision. And it isn't at the end of the day all tailored around whether Jimmy is sniveling or not. Sniveling. So man, we go real quick too. I ain't gonna spend all day on this. Real quick, we gonna go around the circle, give our thoughts on that.
Okay, fine. I'll go first. Sounds to me that when you give a long explanation behind a simple question, that you have some still underlying emotions with it. And it seems from that comment that what Jerry is saying is that I'm going to do this when I want to do this, how I want to do this. I don't care what y'all say or what Jimmy Johnson thinks. And it does seem, if I can use the word, a little petty. It seems a little petty. There it is. That's my take.
I like it was quick too. Be quick.
Well, just my quick thoughts about it. I mean, same old Jerry. I mean, he's not giving a hell about no Jimmy Johnson, dog. That's just the way it is. I don't know why everybody keeps talking about this with him. He ain't doing it because everybody talks about Jimmy and don't talk about Jerry, and he don't like that. And that's just the way it is. So I just ain't talking about it no more with him because he ain't going to do it no time soon, dog.
Somebody said Petty Tuesday. Petty Tuesday. Chris say Petty Tuesday. I love
Well, folks say this all the time. Y'all write this down. Either you pregnant or you're not. You can't be a little bit pregnant. So
God,
Jerry Jones is kicking this thing and just kind of spreading this all the way out. And it goes back to Big Game James' point. He ain't gonna do it, you know. So you find every reason not to do it. But I do like the mindset. Either pregnant or you're not. That's all my thoughts on it.
man, I like how y'all was short, man. I want to get everybody ahead real quick. Hold on real quick. Oh man, I ain't got time. I know I'm
be a little bit pregnant.
Come on, get everybody ahead. Everybody, great job. All right. So listen, I did a whole video on this. listen. I did a whole video on this. And guess what? I'm not going to release it. I'm not going to release it. I promised I was going to release it. I'm going to do another video because now I want y'all to listen and then we go do a rapid fire. Listen to this.
Jimmy thing, because you've made yourself clear that that's the Ring of Honor is on your timetable. But do you have a mental pecking order of who's next? And is there going to be an announcement this year or is it going to spill over into next year?
Well, I do, but it's not firm. I do. And I'm always, not defensively, but want anyone to know how much input I get. I have people have dinner with me with one thing in mind to talk about how important it is to get someone in the Ring of Honor. And those are either Ring of Honor members or they're people that have played on the team. We get a lot of lobbying, we get a lot of input. I probably overdo it. You heard me say the other day.
What? All right, hold on.
Tex. Tex made several impressions in our short time together, but one of them was this Ring of Honor thing, hard. And he said, boy, keep it small. He said, do you have those in sports all over? And keep it unique. And don't necessarily make it the best player. Make it the one that did the most for the franchise. What is all of that? What all of that is somehow where I come in. Jimmy is certainly deserving to be in the Ring of Honor. And I want to think about when, how to do it, what the presentation, if you will, at the time. And I frankly don't mind the attention that this situation with Jimmy.
What?
The attention.
Man, I don't want to hear any more. No,
Hold on. We gonna talk about this, dog. I know,
bro?
I know, but we got to. Trust me, bro.
What is he? Tell me what he's doing.
Trust me.
Let me just say this right quick.
Wait till it finish. It's gonna be worth it. Trust me, bro. I wouldn't do this. Watch this.
How? He's saying the same thing over and over and over.
No. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. I got you. Trust me.
The attention that this situation with Jimmy gives the Ring of Honor.
Sure. No, it heightens it for sure.
And so the point is that we all know, maybe I've been all these years and just found that out, controversy.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my.
Right? It works.
Did I just figure that out?
I think you've mastered that all along the way.
One more, Jer, before you go.
Oh. And I got the full interview in the description. Bro, now let's go full circle. Ooh, I can start now. Bruh. So, listen. I always said you are a special kind of pimp. Or you a special kind of player. Or you a special kind of ladies man. Where you can tell somebody how I'm getting ready to play you and play you. Listen, no longer should we ever think football is first. Because he just let everybody know I make publicity. I create controversy. I do it on purpose. I do exercise the Kardashian model. And I'm telling y'all to y'all face that that's what I do. So if I throw Mike McCarthy under the bus, Dak under the bus, Zeke who, whatever that's gonna get these balls to watch, I'm doing it. And I'm gonna strike up controversy for my pockets when I feel like it. All right, we can move on. I can see y'all mad about it.
I'm not mad at what you're saying at all. Go ahead, Law.
I'm not mad. I just know what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is the same thing that's over and over. Like, this ain't nothing new that Jerry is saying. Like, this ain't nothing new that anybody who really follows the Cowboys deep should already know. He just said this like months ago that I don't care if it's good or bad stuff that's in the news about the Cowboys as long as we in the news. So that just tells you right there. We already been saying this, boss. We saw this years ago. Dallas winning wasn't first. We got into it.
Right.
I don't know who was on here when we got into it with when me and you said winning was BJ.
It was BJ
was on here.
Yeah,
and I think he was in the chat. And we kept on saying winning is not number one here.
Nope.
And that's the reason why Dallas, I said before, and I'll get off on this right here, is that Dallas will always be competitive. They will. And the way they model this team, they will always be competitive. But guess what? They always going to fall short. And it's going to be this foolery that's going to get everybody to come around here again, because he's already setting up things for this next year to watch what's going to happen. So to keep these Cowboys in the news if your boy fails. Trust me, he already got something up his sleeve. Trust and believe. He knows all about wordplay and knows how to keep people, because all he does is talk. But his talking is calculated because he knows exactly what he's doing when he's talking.
He just told all. Go ahead. God, dog, this is crazy. This is crazy. What was you gonna say, OC?
No, I was just gonna say, man, that like I was told when I played college football. Football is number 2. And your school is number 1. So that is what it is with the Cowboys culture, man. You know, Jerry is a marketing genius. Hats off to him. And, you know, he is a marketing genius, and he's going to do what he has to do to keep the Cowboys brand front and center. And this is just all a part of it. And furthermore, back to my petty statement, he simply says that Jimmy is deserving to be in the Ring of Honor. Well, then the follow-up question to me is, why isn't he? Why isn't he then? If he's so deserving, why isn't he?
Because he's making money off of it.
It's because we've been on... Exactly. He making money
off of it. He making money on the controversy. He making money on... And this is what I want everybody to understand before we get into football. We're not going back into gossip. But this is the thing. Remember that he doing that at the expense of how we feel. Just remember that. Okay? Because that's playing on the love that a lot of us have for Jimmy. That's what's going on. And if it's going to get us to talk about it, if it's going to make us talk about the Cowboys, because it got us in our emotions, that he said, what was the word he used? Let me see. He used sniveling. Yeah. Know what I'm saying? So when he said sniveling, it pissed me off. I was like, man, how you talk about that man like that? But then it come to find out, oh yeah, you were just playing with my emotions because you wanted me to talk about it on my channel. Everybody else talk about it on their channel. Everybody else write about it. That's all you cared about. And this is the thing. It's at the expense of people. He don't care if it's Dak. He don't care if it's Jimmy. He don't care if it's his coach. He don't care. They're just straight up. We can talk about football now. So, Law, before you talk about, because I know you want to talk about that D, bro. And I want to get into that with you, okay? And I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna listen to everything you got, because you got the eyes out there. We gonna respect that. But just before we get into that, I want to talk about some pancakes and syrup. Right. Okay. Because obviously what's going around, and I want to talk about this, especially with Big Game James and you and the OC. And that's what Tyler Smith has been doing out here with these old vicious pancakes, where he's stacking them. And I want to ask OC, is this normal? What we seeing from Tyler Smith?
Is it normal
for a rookie to do what he?
No.
Hold on. Wait. This is not normal.
No, it's not normal for a man to physically impose himself on men that are 3 and 5 years older than him when he's fresh out of college. No, that's not normal.
Is he?
You get stalemate blocks. Go ahead.
Is he 21?
If he's 21, he just turned 21. I thought he was 20 when they drafted him. I think he turns 21. When did he turn 21? So, I mean, that, you know, going back to when they drafted him, and, you know, he's a physically gifted guy in terms of his power and his physical ability at the point of attack. And he was probably the most guy in the draft in terms of being a blocker. So a lot of
OC
hitting Osa.
OC, yes. Come out and come back
sir.
in, because you dropping out. And Lauren asked, should we be concerned with our offensive line? But before we go to that, I want to get y'all thoughts on the pancakes and syrup.
I love pancakes and syrup. I I love pancakes and syrup. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just when I have my young boys on there with my interviews, I tell every one of them, get me a video with pancakes and syrup. And I actually had one of my young kids who's playing. Shout out to Buttons Lake. He sent me a video where he pancaked somebody and he said pancakes extra syrup, and he sent me the video. So we already got the mantra on the offensive line when we're talking about the high schoolers. So it's definitely got to be the mantra, right? As far as the NFL, and we're talking about a 21-year-old that's already doing that. Now he probably did. No, he picked him up. He picked Tristan Hill up. It wasn't no Turner or nothing. He picked him up and threw him down. Now Osa looked like he was kind of sliding down the line of scrimmage, and he kind of got him there. But Tristan Hill, he put him in the ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm stronger than you right there. Looks like Osa, was kind of sliding, but he still got him to the ground. It's still a pancake. He's still on top of you. There's a bunch of syrup on top of you. Like I said, are we excited about that, right? Because you can see the power. Once again, we're talking about that. We can see the power. And looks like OC was talking about, we just want to see him just continue to get more good training, more good technique, because that's going to be the biggest thing for him. It's not going to be the power. It's going to be the technique and getting that thing down and learning the nuances of that in the NFL. And the quicker he can get acclimated to that, the better the offensive line is going to be, right?
Yeah. What you got on the
and I think that
I got you, OC. Go, Law.
Oh, I thought OC was gonna get in because
I got him. I got him.
Okay, you got him. All right. So what I wanted to say is that there's always two sides to every coin, right? We would say yesterday that the offense kind of relished and shined yesterday, but today the defense answered and replied. So although Tyler Smith may have won on that particular play, the battle is far from over from the war. So now that today's practice, Tristan was one of the flashpoints of this practice. He got upfield, he lived in the quarterback's face, and he defeated the opposition, or defeated Tyler Smith, or defeated the offensive line. So the defense heard all what we said yesterday, and they applied the pressure today. So I love a feisty defense. And one thing that I can tell you guys, yes, I do love pancakes, by the way. I do. But this offense is, especially the offensive line, we have big holes out there if you're going to put Josh Ball out there, because I said he was no longer a ball. He was flat. They flattened him, and they got to the quarterback, and they created so much pressure by rotating. And think about this. I want the OC to answer this question too. When you have a defensive front that have the ability to rotate, the offensive line, they stay. They don't rotate. That defensive front was rotating, and they was creating all type of pressure, and the quarterbacks couldn't get off today.
OC, what you got on what he was saying and what you got on those pancakes with syrup?
Man, I mean, look, it's a beautiful thing to have a competitive environment, and I think that that's the shift in culture that is very positive for the Cowboys over the last couple of years in particular. It's bringing that type of talent and enough good bodies in the building to have competition and to be very competitive. So if you up me one day in practice, I'm going to come back and try to put it on you the next day. And so that's the natural response and a healthy response from the defense and getting players.
That Wi-Fi monster
Did I break?
Yeah, that Wi-Fi monster got you, man.
Am I there, brother?
Yeah, that
Wi-Fi monster got you. He out there lurking. He lurking.
I'm almost to the studio. Y'all, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we hear you when you don't do sentences. It's
try
awesome.
one more time, bro. Just if this don't work this time, just meet us in the studio. We got you.
All right. So what Law was saying, I think that first of all, Josh Ball is not going to be an answer because I just think he's too weak, and I don't think that he has the athleticism to step up against pressure. I think that when you got skilled defensive linemen, it really taxes the offensive line because you never can get a bead or get in a rhythm against one guy. you got to face a variety of dudes with a variety of styles, which means that you got to be fundamentally sharp and you got to stay mentally strong throughout that whole practice. So you're going to get beat. That's what I think. That's the difference in the challenge with the type of defensive front that the Cowboys have right now.
And so, to Law's point also, it has been a lot of reports of Tristan Hill exploding. So y'all listen to this, and then we can talk about it. Check it out.
Woo! 72. 72 might have been.
That was Tristan Hill. Oh, my fault. Damn. That was Tristan Hill taking out Zeke. He hit him in the backfield. You hear it? You can hear them pass, bro. Ooh. Man, listen at that pass. Ooh. Wait.
72.
Yeah. He going to the principal office after this.
So my question, Law, because you out there. Right. So when you, and I want to just ask you a question. So when you see stuff like this, right, with a player like Osa, and you see stuff
72 might have been.
Hold on. And when you see stuff like this with that same dude who basically killing, you know what I'm saying, today at practice, right. What does that say about Tyler Smith? Are we looking at something extra special?
We are still looking at something that's special, like you got on the display, 6'5", 332 pounds, and a guy that's strong. But there will be techniques that he will have to learn, and I know the OC will break that down. But the techniques will also, or whatever he he learned, will also be taken away from him. Think about this: there are cameras, tapes, the all 22 view that they are looking at as well at practice, and I'm quite sure these defensive guys are looking at what he does best, or they listen to each other and say, hey, he's weak against this or he's weak against that. Try this move next time. And keep in mind, we got to contextualize practice not as an individual situation. There are 60 snaps in the game.
Yep.
So you trying to, as an offensive line, not get too high off of one play, nor get too low out off of another, and understand that this is a journey, this is a marathon, this is not a sprint nor a quick race. So Tyler Smith, he got a lot to do, because that's what's going to happen in the course of 17 weeks. There will be people game planning against what he does well.
So my last question, unless you have some questions for him, James and Big. So obviously those were some splash plays, but did you see some consistency out of him and McGovern? Law.
To a big game, Jen? Oh,
no,
consistency.
because you saw it.
Yeah. I saw consistently today on drives. They did first, second, and third down drives or what have you. And I saw consistently that this defensive front was creating pressure regardless of who was a rotation off of that front five. So this team is going to have to go back to the drawing boards, because what's happening now is the defense is pretty much keying in of what they're doing, the tendencies of running the ball out of I formation with the Big 12 look, and they are compressing, getting off of the edge, and they are trusting those big boys to occupy space so that the linebacker can come down and fill. So I'm looking at all of those things, and I'm seeing battles being lost, and I'm seeing the quarterback with their happy feet, which creates them throwing the ball off a marker. And this is all of the quarterbacks, by the way, and the wide receivers are not getting open. So those are things that I'm seeing that the Cowboys struggled to get a first down today in practice because of the defensive front. And the secondary being sticky, by the way.
Okay, definitely. We're going to talk about that in just a second. Before we go there, we got to take us a light break, all right? Because the moderators are telling me that the likes are low. So it happens. Everybody excited. The OC is back. Everybody's excited for the OC. So we go turn this music up just a little bit and give us a light break. Y'all start hitting them likes real quick. Just hit them likes. We gonna give it about 10 more seconds to get them likes up. Y'all get them likes. Everybody happy. We got the OC back. Everybody like, hey, OC. We got Law. We got Big. We got myself. So, yeah, we got to get in the habit, everybody. Let's get in the habit of hitting them likes. Everybody get it on. Then we go get back into this content. Also, appreciate the super chat, Renell. We gonna take that super chat real quick. All right, 3, 2, 1. We turning this music back down. Get them likes up. Also hit them shares. All right, we back. All right, here we go. All right, so, and also, especially the people that really love the final word, go to everybody's channel and hit like. For real. For real. Like, we really want to push the final word. That's how to push it. Listen, I am literally, and the OC, we literally 20 subs away from 4,000. We are doing nothing different. Y'all are doing it with the likes. So keep hitting them likes on all of our channels. That way you push our content and get us recommended. That's how it works. It's just as simple as that. All right, man. So yeah, Law, so basically you sound like you saying, big dog, that the offense took a major L today. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, they took a major L, man. The defensive guys, they felt confident. They set on routes today. Now, of course, Schultz got off in the middle of the field, but my guy C.D. Lamb, amazing yesterday, alligator arms today. So,
whoa.
What's going on? You know, why is he not all the way fighting through? And on top of that, I'm just trying to give you guys the good report. I'm not trying to be Dr. Evil over here, but I got to call it spade the way it is. And
you
right
said
now,
alligator arms, bro?
Yeah, the alligator arms. I don't know if this been reported from someone else.
It's not.
It's not. But so me and West Coast and even Mark Holmes, we were sitting there like, come on. It got to the point that here's the starting lineup as wide receivers. And shout out to them. It's a bittersweet situation. They got Dennis Houston. He made the first team lineups or what have you. He's the outside wide receiver. You got C.D. Lamb inside the slot, and you have occasionally Jalen Tolbert. So in my mind, in my opinion, in my thoughts from what I can see, just as a person that's making his observation, that didn't Dennis Houston trump Jalen Tolbert as well as Simi Fehoko and Noah Brown, the undrafted rookie free agent, that climbed the ranks that high? I like it, by the way. I love the underdog. But at this point, what are we doing? This is the area of the unknown. I feel you on that. And T.J. Vasher, yes, he's doing a great job, but he's second team right now. So this dude, number 3, the undrafted rookie free agent, that climbed the ranks to get all the way back to the top. Man, that's unbelievable. But he don't put the fear of God into none of those DBs. They lock him down. They press him up. They hit him up. They got doggone all in his face. So that's why it's hard for him to come down with the ball, because they are there with him. Now, granted, where he's at right now in his route concept is pretty good, but I don't know if that's enough. And I can't say that he's horrible or trash, because this is still only day 6, right? We got a long way to go. But for right now, it just gives me reservations on his wide receiver grouping.
Hey, so I'm gonna be honest what it sound like, Law. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it sound like. What I'm hearing. It sound like I'm hearing
And Daywalker, thank you for the super chat, bro.
yeah, let's go to this super chat real quick, because I definitely because Daywalker said something that's correct. Real quick, thank you, OC. So Daywalker with the 10 bones, he say pure unadulterated truth in Cowboys content. Just want to get the super chat started. Great work, guys. Thank you, and we appreciate it. And yeah, let's get them super chats started. That's a good idea. So obviously, people, you know, when you throw them super chats, we stop the show. We jump right on them. That's what we attempt to do here. If I miss it, just call my attention to it. But so man,
let me just give shouts out to Mr. Wright, Antoine Meyer. He dropped 1999 for your mind, and he says Cowboy Nation jumping the gun right now. I'm not worried as much as others because eventually we need to see what we got, period, out of this roster. No free agent right now would make a change in our roster. So to his degree, he's right. We need to see what we got out of Dennis Houston. We need to see what we got out of T.J. Vasher. We need to see if Josh Ball can stand tall, right, instead of lying down on the ground and folded up like a wallet. We need to see all of those things, and he's right. Right now, look, there's another wave of free agency, and the last and final wave of the free agency will be when they do those cut days. And we're sitting on $22 to $23 million. We should have enough money to go out there to pick up somebody. But go ahead, Cowboy Nation. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just going to say something just real quick. I mean, to Law's point about the content about the defense and the offense, man, I think it's positive, right? That defense is kind of kicking the offense's butt. I think that's good. You know, I think it's real good, and I'll tell you why. Because this defense, to me, has the potential to be truly a top 5 type defense. And I think that offensively, we're in flux right now. We have to figure out the offensive line. We have to figure out the wide receiver core. We got 2 good running backs. We got a good quarterback, but we got to figure out the intricate pieces and how this whole offense will flow. And it takes the offense a little bit more time to get in sync. Right, then it would take an offensive unit to get in sync. So I think it's good. I think it's positive. They should be winning right now. That's what I think.
What you got, big game?
I'm gonna just say this right quick. I made a little tweet about this, but I'm gonna just say this about the receiving core. Brandon Smith, Iowa, undrafted. Dontario Drummond, undrafted. Jakari Robinson, undrafted. Ty Freifogel, undrafted. Dennis Houston, undrafted. Noah Brown, 7th round. Kavontae Turpin, undrafted. Jalen Tolbert, 3rd round. T.J. Vasher, undrafted. Simi Fehoko, 5th round. Now, I ain't hating. All I'm saying is this. Maybe they might be being, I said on a tweet, maybe they might be sneaky, and since they don't know about these players, they could come out and be like gangbusters and build them like a young receiving core since they're young and fresh. But in reality, a lot of these players get undrafted for a reason. And then you got these guys that are coming from small schools. Some of these guys are coming from small schools. You're talking about Dennis Houston. That's great he's doing this, but he came from Western Illinois. We got to see, like you said, we got to see in these preseason games. So that's why it's going to, for me, preseason is going to be huge for this team, especially I would say the offense, because as you said, we got to see what's up with Josh Ball. I've been talking about, we got to see what's up with Farrakhan. We got to see what's up with the Tyler Smith. Matt Walesso obviously is going to be out, but we got to see what these young guys are doing, especially with these receiving core, because I'm sorry, Dennis Houston ain't making me jump up and down and making me feel good heading into the season. I would like to still have a vet because that vet does make a difference. I don't care what anybody tries to tell me. A veteran does not make a difference. Yes, a veteran does make a difference. He makes a difference with leadership. He makes a difference how he approaches the game. He gets the young people to do it, because when you got a whole bunch of these young guys who ain't never seen this, how do they know what to expect when they're coming into the season when it gets rocky and rough? How do they know what to do? So that's why you got to have that veteran to be able to kind of wane the storm. So we'll see, but that's just kind of my opinion on it.
You know,
and real quick, big game, not to cut nobody off, but Lamar, he said he got shanked by the butter knife. Gives a $5 super chat, man. Thank you, Lamar. Got shanked by the butter knife. Eric Montoya, $10 super chat. He just showing love. Appreciate you, brother. We appreciate you guys on super chat. So big game, okay? I'm just gonna say
hold
something.
on. Lamar, he actually has something in his super chat. Did you read it?
Okay. He said, keep it 1,000. We got to put pressure, and it scrolled up.
Okay, he said we got to put pressure.
SJ.
Okay. Yeah, Stephen Jones and Kellen Moore now.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I think that putting pressure, it's going to be tough now because we're into the preseason. I think the main pressure you put is in the offseason. Now, I think you almost, with the exception of picking up some good players that maybe will get cut, right, that can add value to the roster, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit. Most of the major work is done in terms of the core of your roster. And so, Big, I was just going to say, you took me back, Big, because I got on this show promising myself I was going to be positive and optimistic, but then listening to you stir something up inside of me that makes me want to express my doubt.
Yeah, and I think Lamar was
But guys,
talking about.
It's on a day 6 though. It's day 6, so we got a long way to go. But keep going, boss. My bad.
Yeah, I think Lamar wasn't talking about the players. I think he was talking about Kellen Moore, the scheme. I don't think he was talking about the players. That's what I think he was talking about. So what's your
But
thoughts?
it doesn't matter it doesn't matter what we feel about that. You know what I'm saying? When he's talking about we need to put pressure, we can put pressure on these all we want to. They ain't doing. They're gonna do what they want to. You just heard Jerry with Jimmy. These Jones is gonna do what they want to. So they just need to we just need to hope and pray Kellen Moore figures it out, because he's getting the keys to be able to try to do this himself. We heard Mike McCarthy is saying, I miss play calling, but I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let Kellen Moore do his thing. Yeah. So only thing we can hope is Kellen Moore. You feel me? We hope Kellen Moore steps up and show something different. I think the biggest thing, not really showing anything different, but be able to show counter moves and counter punches. I think that's what we all want Kellen Moore to be able to do, is show counter moves and counter punch. So when your first thing get blown up, you got to be able to come to 2, 3. It's not a first or second round fight. It could be a long fight, and you got to be able to have the endurance to do it. And so that's why the adjustments got to be able to happen for Kellen Moore. And I think that's what we're wanting to be able to see, that if they see, they stopped that in the second quarter, we come back in the third or fourth quarter doing something totally, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's what we're trying to figure out about Kellen Moore and want to see from him.
Yeah. Hey, man, my boy gave 10 bones. He say, man, I'm just trying to show y'all love, man. We all appreciate that. Also, William Kidd with a super chat.
Bring it here.
Yeah. That boy ain't lying.
Hey, I keep it real.
Hey, that's how I feel. Hey,
I
ain't gonna lie. That's how I feel when you got that. That's how I felt when you got that $100 on draft day. I was like, man, bring that over here, big dog.
I've seen it. I've seen it too. I was like, Long Bill was eating when we first was starting this. I was like, okay, I need to get on.
Hey, check this out too. Also, and if y'all super chat the homie, he go also put that in the show. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And see, Daywalker kicked that off. Daywalker threw that down. He threw down that money. He said, "Let's get this super chat going." So we go take these super chats as they came in. But he got this. He said,
he threw some furniture over here too, man. Appreciate you, him in.
Appreciate you, Daywalker. My dog. Shout out to my dog, the Ninja too, for the $5 holler.
All right, let's take these super chats, man. Super chat day. Let's get it. All right, but I got one, and then we could take y'all's. William Kill said, "Team is young and feels new to me. How long will it take for the offense to gel?"
Good question. Great question. I'm going to take that one, boss. I think that, man, really it's going to take probably about 2 to 3 preseason games before we kind of see a consistent flow. And I really like the content that Law shared when he talked about the I formation and them getting stuffed. I think that really it's positive because you got to get a tough physical running identity with this offensive line, even if they take their lumps, even if it's a 1-yard gain or a loss, right? You got to have a commitment to that run game with these young receivers and the chemistry that they're going to need to create. You're going to have to be able to rely on that running game and that play action pass. I'm saying my prediction is at least the first 3 to 4 weeks, you're going to have to be able to line up and knock people off the football. So I think it's positive. And I think third preseason game, we see a lot of life.
I want to ask this to you, Law. Coach Marv asked me to ask you this. He literally called me. You know, I love Coach Marv because he love the Cowboys and he aggressive. I love that he aggressive.
Yeah, he aggressive.
Yeah, he aggressive. I don't mind it. I'm cool with it because I know his
cool
heart. Yeah,
real.
I know you. I know you cool with it. I just want to let everybody else know. But yeah, I'm super cool with it because I know he really trying to put his ideas out there, and he know that the podcast community is echoed. But real quick, Law, what is the percentage that you're seeing between run and pass out there? Is it 50-50, 60-40, pass, run? 40-60 pass run. Like, what are you seeing in terms of the play calling? Are you seeing the balance? Are you seeing a lot of throws? What are you seeing?
But this is what I'm going to do today. It's going to be a little later on, so if those who got vampire blood stay up tonight, I'm going to chop up the play, and you will see that how the Cowboys flowed with their setups. And they did first team, second team, third team, and they did the length of the field, first down, second down, third down, fourth down. And what they did was majority of the first down plays, it was run, I formation or pro set run. They ran majority of the first down. And I was literally in the stand saying, watch, they going to run. They going to run. And they was doing it. So, and that was the first team, second team, third team. They all did the same setup of running. So it was still the same classic style of what the Cowboys do. They didn't do any variations of Tony Pollard. He still was in the backfield or what have you. They didn't put him in inside the slot. And it could be like, hey, they don't want to show their hand, so I can't judge them badly about that, right? But one thing I want to say, Coach Dan Quinn, he is giving it to the players. And after every single play, the difference between Dan Quinn and the offense is that Dan Quinn walks to the huddle. He talks, he grabs the players and say, I need you to be here. I need you to do this, and you need to do this better. And you can literally hear him coaching. You can hear him coaching. And I see the Kellen Moore, they mess up a play, and he's sitting back and with his clipboard, and he goes politely to the quarterback like it's a game of shadows or something that he don't want to talk. And it could just be personality and mentality, but Coach Dan Quinn took it technically personally, where you can literally see him coaching, saying, hey, your elbows were too wild. Hey, you need to be right here. And then I'm hearing the one thing that I love when I see these type of things is that what you want collectively is the people that you coach to become you. And I can literally see J-Ron Curse becoming Dan Quinn. And he literally telling, you line up here, Parsons, and hey, you cover this. And Parsons he covered Dalton Schultz like a blanket. So they made it their business to make sure that the offense get no shot today. And the only reason why they got all the way to the red zone, money zone, green zone is because of the two flags, which one, the offense, if it was a real game, we probably would have been playing taps for Dak Prescott because my guy Parsons bent off on the edge. Sam was on the other side. I'm gonna show you guys the clips, and Dak would have been, you know how you would have been sacked, but they keep going. Dak would have been sacked. It would have been, you would have been playing taps because because Parsons got in the backfield so quickly. There was no possible way of Dak getting that ball off, but they let him get off anyway, and they called defensive holding, and they extended that drive. But I like to see Dan Quinn putting his hands on the players and coaching on the fly. Versus, you couldn't even see. You couldn't tell me where Mike McCarthy and the other kid, Kellen Moore, was at on the field because they didn't interact that way.
3, 2, 1, drop it.
And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best.
Those grills, drop it hard.
Let's go.
It's time to
Bro, that's the benefit.
No, man, great content, Law. I want to say, Skeptical Fan, thanks for the super chat, man. He asked a question. This is a great question. Should we be concerned if we lose the first two games? I say no. I say no.
Because we are going to lose the
What do
first
you
two
guys
games.
Hey, and we gonna come back to that, Law. We coming
Hey, can I
back
read
to
my
that.
super chats right quick?
Yeah, please.
And then let me get my, because I got a $50 holla.
Oh, bring that over here. I'm gonna talk like you. Bring that. Now they can't bring the money over here. Oh, they can't bring the money now because it's $50. Oh, it's $50. See, I'm talking about fives and tens.
No, you was doing all the flips over there, so they came over there from Mexico. Hey ho, from Mexico.
That's what's up.
Holla. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give the $20 holla to Miss April Shower. She's been a supporter. Her quick question. What she says, this question is awesome. She says, I don't believe the hype. We are in a receiver crisis. I will root for my team, support you guys, but the Jones belly is full and we are hungry. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that one.
I like that.
Man, that's a good one. Jones belly is full and we are hungry. I like that. I'm gonna keep saying that one because that's some real stuff right there. And shout out to Coach Marv for the $10 holla. Appreciate you, dog, like no other. Now, my bad. Y'all can jump right back in there. I apologize.
Now y'all bring that over here.
Well, I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Because Coach Marv, I got your question in there. That costs money, big dog.
I'm saying,
man, boss.
Y'all crazy, man.
Lamar got shanked by the butter knife. Said coaches teach players call plays, but Kellen Moore, and then he cut off. Man, I lost it because we have another super chat coming there. Man, we got to get to his question, though, boss Cowboy.
I see it. Hold on, go ahead. OC, go ahead.
No, you go ahead because his question got cut off on my side. All right.
Okay, I got it. We got two super chats. We gonna get to them fast. So Lamar, I got shanked by the butter knife. Said coaches teach play callers call plays. Kellen Moore don't have the experience to teach. Absolutely agree with that. Facts. Nor does he have the experience to lead men. That's what we seeing with Law, and that's just honest. William Kill said, this is a good question. Do you think Dak reached his ceiling at year 7? If no, do you do an extension now?
Me and Big Game James already got in a fight over that, man. You know what I'm saying? He said he feels like Dak already beat. Yeah. But
we got us another super chat. We go keep up with every one of these too, because I like these are hot topics. I like them. He said, do you think Dak reaching his ceiling at years? Oh no, I already said that. Let me go to Cowboy
Marty.
Yep.
Cowboy Marty. Let me put it on me. I got it on the OC too long. I got it on the OC too long. I got to put it on my face. You know what I'm saying? Brown skin is in. You feel me? But Cowboy Marty said, for the offense to work, we must use pilot like the 49ers, Debo, because Amari Cooper is gone and they have. This is a good one. I like this one. He said, because they have none left to scapegoat. Ooh, wait. All right, first, should we extend Dak, and then we go talk about Pollard being used like Debo? No?
Right.
No.
Right.
Don't extend Dak. All right, talk about
it. Not right now. After because, listen, it was an up and down season last year with the new contract extension. I think Dak is a great quarterback. I think that this is a prove year for Dak, and unfortunately for Dak, it's not a prove-it year with the best of circumstances because they traded this number 1 receiver. And now CeeDee Lamb has to come up huge in the midst of being double coverage or coverage being rolled to him because we got James Washington out and then we got a young receiving core. So Dak is going to have to win with his leadership and with the tenacity of which he's determined to win games and making key plays. He's going to have to really make some key plays. And if he shows up big for the Cowboys this year, it makes all the sense in the world to go ahead and extend him right now and double down and say we believe in you because based upon all these $200 million guarantee contracts, we know that we got Dak on the cheap as it relates to contracts and the new contracts for top quarterbacks right now. So got to give him this season, man. He got to prove it out some.
What's up, West Coast? Go ahead, Law. Did you have something? Because I got something on that. Because I want to. Because see, if you don't say nothing, if you don't say nothing, Law, you know what's gonna happen.
You go walk over, but you might live back, though.
Oh man, you got me so. Man, you got me messed up. I ain't limping nowhere, big dog. I mean, it depends on the cap space, bro, and if it'll free up some money because it's gonna be about the cap hit, right? And sometimes you wanna Go ahead and extend them now based on what you're seeing, because I could tell you what it looked like. What I'm seeing, Law, tell me am I tripping? But this Dak looking good to me, dog. That ball looked like it's zipping. Okay.
Well, the ball is zipping. Yeah, the ball is getting out, but you know he had happy feet today. Hammer time feet, man.
Hammer time?
Quarterbacks. Hammer time. You know, you can't touch this, you know, but they touching it, you know. So the thing is with that is that the things that we go back and we talk about the T.J. Vashers of the world, right? But what team is that against? That's third team, right? That's Will Greer throwing him the ball. That's not even Cooper Rush. So we got to understand that too. When we look at the highlights, we say, yeah, that's nice. But I would like to see T.J. Vasher get first team reps, right? I would like to see some of that action with Dak Prescott, because right now we're looking at all of those actions, and it's Dak Prescott to Dennis Houston, Dak Prescott to Jalen Tolbert, Dak Prescott to our guy C.D. Lamb, who they really lining him up only primarily inside the slot, not on the outside. And when we see that 12 look, that 12 personnel look, there's no creativity out of that. And I'm not trying to say that they should be creative right now to give away the sauce, but what I'm saying is 12 personnel, line them up, lacing them up. But the offensive line is not getting the push that we're looking for, and they being met at the hole, greeted at the hole, getting knocked down in the hole, beat down in the hole, ram it on the hole. You know what I'm saying? That's like a song, baby. So the thing is that the Cowboys, this is day 6. So I can't wait till we see some different teams out there. Maybe they saving that. And the offense could be hoodwinking us. They scrimmage tomorrow, so it's supposed to go really down tomorrow. So if the offense step up tomorrow and don't exemplify, give us what we see today.
It ain't hoodwinking us, Law, and you know it.
They ain't hoodwinking us. What I'm actually saying,
it ain't hoodwinking us. What you actually
right.
saying is real. No, what you are saying is right, and that's what it is. The defense is going to be head of the offense, and it's going to be some struggles going on with this offense early. And what you were saying, OC, what you were talking about, your question with the super chat, and you know, we can all kind of flow off. I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's why I said one of the reasons why Dallas is going to be 0-2, because they're throwing all this stuff. What is Stephen Jones saying? Now he's got Jerry Jones saying, we want to give these young guys the opportunity. We want to give these young guys the opportunity. That's all good. Yeah. But these ain't highly drafted players. There's a reason. I'm sorry. I know you can't put everything on the draft like a first rounder and a 7th rounder. We get that. It's not a science. You can't get it right all the time. But there's a reason why those guys are picked in the first round. And there's a reason why them guys are picked in the 6th and 7th rounds. And then they go undrafted. And Dallas is relying on too many undrafted players, in my opinion, and guys that were picked on lower value. And you just said Josh Ball was getting worked a little bit. He might be our swing tackle, and I want to see him. And we ain't going out and getting no vet. So this could be a situation where we're feeling all good, and then we play a good team and get smacked in the mouth. And then everybody's like, oh, boy.
I think this defense could be the defense. This could be the LO.
I ain't said the defense, Law. I said the offense.
No. And Law, I think you're right, Law.
We can do some danger against Tom Brady. Who knows?
Who knows? I said,
I
stay with it.
I think defensively, man, we're gonna have to be really, really good the first quarter of this year, man, because I think it's gonna take this offense a little time to get going. And shout out to William Blackwell with the super chat. He says, "Hey, man, should we be concerned about how we lose when we lose, especially if this offense is drowning again?" Other great questions. Should we be concerned when we lose, how we lose, especially if the offense is sputtering, if they're drowning? When we lose.
But sheesh, the OC.
Yes. I mean, yeah, we gotta be. And William is laying it up for us, because we remember 2018. We all knew. Let's be honest. Jerry knew too that when they rolled out receiver by committee against the Panthers, and Jerry the next day was with Dez Bryant at a concert. Remember that? Yeah, he was sending the message that this ain't gonna work, y'all. Yeah. This ain't gonna work. And after 8 games, receiver by committee was the worst in the league in average separation per target. And we went and got Amari Cooper. So to answer that super chat, Yeah, we should be concerned on how we lose and when we lose. Yeah. Because we knew we was losing those games because we had no explosion on the outside. What DMV say yesterday? These boys can't run by nobody. Ain't nobody scared of them. But see, Dennis Houston got speed. But I'm just saying, as an example, of what he was saying overall, having some weapons that can put the fear of God in people. At least that. At least have it. If you stack the box, because this is how Murray made us better. If you stack the box, you was go die on the outside.
Boss. Here's the thing, though. So here's my thing. We got CeeDee Lamb, right? And he's being a dog. He looks good. I said he's gonna be different this year, right?
Yeah.
And we like Jalen Tolbert. I like Tolbert. But here's the thing. When Amari Cooper was gone and you don't have a Gallup, we all been saying that CeeDee Lamb has not seen this type of coverage that he's going to get now. Okay. Right. So if he's going to get this type of coverage that he hasn't seen before, now we're putting the onus on what Law is saying and what I've been saying. Now we ain't seen a TJ Vashon on no first team. So now you got a rookie Tolbert going against doggish guys, and they're going to, okay, let's see what you can do. They're going to, and yeah, Dalton Schultz, but is Dalton Schultz going to be getting 12, 13-yard catches, 15-yard catches? No, he's going to get those short dump-off catches. Tony Pollard's going to get them dump-offs. I'm getting nervous already. I'm sorry. Law saying that stuff, and it's 6 games. I don't care if they ain't trying to show nothing. He's saying they're doing the same type things. And we just did that show, boss, when we said Kellen Moore has came from no other tree but Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan. And it's the same type offense that they ran. And they got beat the same kind of ways, and they were saying the same things about them. Oh, once you stop that stuff, they can score, but once you stop it, yeah, you figure them out. They were saying that. The players were saying, the own team were saying that. Now you're saying that again, Law? Oh, dog, I'm just thinking that this dude going to do the same daggone thing, bro.
And let me jump in real quick.
And we got lesser talent.
Let me jump in real quick. April Showers had a great question, man. She said, would Beasley be a good signing because he's familiar with Dak, knows the system, and keeps CD outside and put Beasley Cole in the slot? $10 super chat. Thanks, April. We appreciate the love.
I think that right now on a consistent level, we're looking at consistency. And I think that on a consistent level, it's better for CeeDee Lamb to be moved all the way around. And I get it, to clear out the underneath route that will work for us. But the Cowboys are with the mindset that they can do that with Kevontae Turpin, who did show up a little bit today. But here's the problem. The Cowboys done waited way too late to start looking at this wide receiver market, because we will be scraping for someone who had more targets than Amari Cooper last year, and far less yards. He had only 600 yards and 1 touchdown last year, and he had more targets than Amari Cooper, and that is Cole Beasley. And I'm not saying that Cole Beasley won't do anything good over here, but we just got to look at it like this. Smallest wide receiver who kind of bump off at the mouth against the media and things like that. I think that will warrant the negative attention, and we'll be continuing to do the same thing over and over again, expecting results. I think that the Cowboys should need to just go out here and go ahead and just go with what we got for right now versus a Cole Beasley. Now, fast forward to another issue is that when we struggle and move the ball and we get inside the 30, we don't have a doggone kicker that can make a kick. That was the double negative. So when you do wholesale changes, think about this. We don't have the same kicker that we had last year. And I'm not advocating, dare I say, for Greg Zuerlein. But now you got a whole new kicker who never played, going back to what Big Game James said, who never played in the National Football League. Now the pressure is on Jonathan Garibay, and he can't make the kick. Oh, excuse me. Now you got rid of Cedric Wilson and Amari Cooper. So those are 2 wholesale changes that you have on your offense that can't move the ball. Michael Gallup is hurt. The guy that you thought that was going to come in, James Washington, he folded up like a pretzel. So he's out. So now you got this situation whereas I got to trust the unknown. And it's just we can able to see it. we are seeing growing pains right in our faces, and there's nothing we can do about it but complain about it until we see the results. And we can't see that until they put on the pads in preseason game, not even in practice.
Wait.
Who's Dallas' third receiver right now? Who's Dallas' third receiver right now?
It sounds like it's Dennis Houston.
Dennis Houston is above Jack.
That's what I'm saying. Third. You right.
You feel me?
It's Tolbert.
No, we serious right now. Now, just listen to what he's saying right now.
Hold on. We got some super chats that's stacking up.
CeeDee Lamb. Okay, I'm done.
CeeDee Lamb. We gonna get to it though. Let's take these super chats because they big. They throwing some.
This is a great. This is a great.
Some money, man. So we got to take
over there going ham.
Hey man, I'm gonna turn everybody off. Mark Holmes in the building. What's up, Mark? Oh, is that the fake Mark Holmes?
I don't know if that's the real Mark Holmes. He'll tell you that Dennis Houston is the second wide receiver.
Hold on real quick.
In today's practice.
Let me take this super chat real quick from Coach Marv because he chunked down $20. So here we go. Hold on real quick.
Thanks, Coach.
Give me a second. Where is it? Coach, what you do with your super chat?
Hey, y'all, I love this team. I still think we're going to go 13-4, man.
Man, hold on, Law. We going to come back to that, Law.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
And Law.
And
Law, I got a question. I got a question for you, Law, in a minute. All right.
Go ahead.
I need your wisdom on something, man. But I'm gonna tell you, we had William Blackwell say something. I'll give a short one real quick. He said, "Are we to the point that we push the panic button and call Antonio Brown? Are we at that point? Should we call Antonio Brown?"
No, never could be at that point.
Super embarrassing preseason. They ain't gonna do that. But Jerry said he loved controversy, so it sells.
Okay,
yeah,
I found it. I found Coach Marv super chat. Let me take this real quick because it's 20 bones. He said, "Big Game James, boss, Law, OC. I have more than 50 times former players, coaches you have had on the final word have preached toughness, but our head coach and the OC don't have that. This is off as a reflection of their leader. Finesse won't get it." Yeah. Yeah.
But Coach, what about them lining up in I formation like Law said? What about them trying to run the football?
Yeah, he said it was running the
what
ball
about them
a lot.
trying to run the ball?
But it's basic. That's what
I don't care. It don't matter.
But yeah, it does matter. It does too. OC matter because if we going on the first down and we getting predictable and you running straight up the A gap and then you putting your offense in a bad spot and a 2nd and 10 already or a 2nd and 13, doesn't that put the offense in a bad spot when they were getting frustrated with the easy play calling, the basic play calling? Get a little bit more integral with your run calling, get outside, get Tony Pollard on the outside and be able to do some more counters, traps, things of that nature instead of just running straight up to go on first down?
I think that it's preseason and in practice you got to work your run package. I think that it's not necessarily an indication of what they're going to do in a game. I think that they got to work dives, you got to work zone, you got to work stretch, you got to work your basic run plays and you build upon them. And so right now I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that's what they're doing because we're in day 6 in training camp. I'm not going to say that we're putting in all the nuances and the shifts and emotions and the traps and the things that we'll do as we get past some of these preseason games. So right now, you're right, big game, you're right 100%. But right now, I'm just going to give a little bit benefit of the doubt, just a little bit.
And that's what I said too before we started this. This is day 6, and we got to say this like yesterday. The offense was kicking tail, right? And now today the defense kicking tail. So tomorrow we will see what's going to happen. But I can tell you it's still too soon. We're not pressing the panic button, by the way, Cowboy Nation. But things that we can literally see that we can't make up is the kicker can't make the kick, right? When somebody getting flattened and pancake when it's one-on-one. Those are things that I can literally see before scheme is being involved that the team going to have to make the necessary adjustment on. And I can literally see Dan Quinn marching into the huddle, yelling at people. He's not doing it for show, so I can see those things, but I don't see that on the offensive side. And that could be a situation where is that just the way they coach on the offensive side, and that is the way that Dan Quinn coach on the defensive side. But if it was me, Dirt A, Dan Quinn, Al Harris, versus the offense, they'll win every day because they so hands-on. It's like night and day. If we had one person on the offensive side to get into some people that gave up on a play or alligator armed the play or missed their assignment because we can clearly see that, then I would say something. I've literally seen Malik Davis get, I got it on one of my clips, Tyler Cole, he's 31 now. He came down and bam, laid out Malik Davis. He got back up and he tried to run back to the huddle. Ezekiel Elliott came up off the sideline and said, no, you finish your run. You get up and you finish your run. And me and West Coast and Mark Holmes was like, nah, that's a leader. But a coach should have did that. But y'all go ahead.
No, man, listen, bro. I got to say this real quick. First of all, Law, appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Like, really appreciate the analysis that's coming from you. Because this is the cool thing. I did a West Coast called in, and this is the funny thing. Both of you are saying the same thing. So when you got two people, and I've rocked and did shows with both of you, and I can say this, especially Law, from this standpoint, Law don't want to deliver no bad news, dog.
Oh, I don't.
Bipartisan Law.
Trying to spin this now, this positivity. I'm spinning it now.
He gonna switch it back to positive. But listen, this is why I trust it. When it's coming from Law, when you hearing this big, let me know if I'm tripping. When we hearing this from Law, take it serious, cause Law don't BS. When he send a warning, when he give you that, it's real. And I'm hearing everything you saying, Law, on the mentality of our offensive coaches, because you're not even just saying Kellen Moore, you also saying Mike McCarthy. I'm listening.
Well, all of them. I want to see some fire, man. Soft.
No, I was gonna say
soft.
Renell, aka Amp, had a super chat, man. He said, man, how effective would the defense be if the offense cannot sustain drives? That's a great question. How effective?
I was just about to talk about that. Can I jump in on that one, OC? It was in my head before that question came out, because now what we were talking about, boss, remember we were talking about how we're going to keep our eyes on that middle of the defense, the Ridgeways, the Bohannas, the Carlos Watkins. We need to see what those 1-0 techs are doing, because they gave up 113 yards a game last year, averaged 4.5 yards against yards per carry against them, and that kind of trended more toward the end of the year when the offense started stalling. Remember, the defense, and we was still opportunistic, but it wasn't that stout defense in that middle. It was just very opportunistic. But we saw the offense was going nuts in the very beginning, right? But when that offense fell off a little bit and the defense had to kind of lock it down on that run game, notice teams starting to be able to run the ball more because they were getting more 3-and-outs from the offense. And so I feel, and I agree with that I worry about the defense, especially the run game in the middle, because if that offense is doing the same type of things they were doing last year, and if we're relying on guys that we ain't seen, and they're not getting the job done, not getting off the line of scrimmage, and we're getting punting, it's going to stress that defense, and especially that middle of the defense, because we got unproven players, guys, no matter where we want to admit it or not. Bohanna is unproven. Ridgeway, unproven. Carlos Watkins moved over. He's still not a true 0 tech. Gallimore is really a 3, but he has to play over that 1 and 0. So we still have guys that are unproven in that middle too.
Yeah. I got that's a great question, but not to pivot, but I got a question I've been holding for a long time for Law. So Law, I need your wisdom. I need your eyes. How does the starting right and left tackle look for the Dallas Cowboys?
The starting, when you see Tyron Smith out there, he was working the cords at the end of practice. So let you guys pick that apart. And you know when you work
It's the strongest you've ever been, though.
Shut up, Jay.
Right.
Shut up, dog.
Oh, I probably don't supposed to give that out, you know.
Nope.
Yeah, I ain't supposed to give that out, man. But Terrence still can only do so much, man, against Parsons, though. Parsons beat him a couple of times today. Sam Williams, when they do Sam Williams, Dante Fowler, I didn't know that he can play 3-tech on that NASCAR practice. They kind of insert him in on that third down, and they go with a formation of Williams, Fowler inside, Osa, and then D-Law. And then they kind of literally crept Parsons down. So what can you do against that? I was yelling out cheat code. And cheat code, and they run for it's tough. Dak Prescott he couldn't do nothing with that. I love it. I can't wait to show you guys those things, but it's hard, man. I think Terrence Steele is having an unbelievable training camp. Especially, I had a clip of him just demolishing D-Law the other day. But
what?
It's hard, man.
See, man.
It's hard to take this guy.
Wait, Law.
You didn't see that one?
No.
And it's on my shorts. It's on my YouTube shorts.
What?
Go to my YouTube shorts. Go to my YouTube shorts.
I'll go grab it, dog. See, hold on real quick, everybody. See, you in West Coast, y'all so funny, bro. Y'all say epic stuff like it's normal. Y'all kill me, bro. He just killed D-Law. What?
Go to my YouTube shorts, man. I think it's the third video or the second video. You know.
All right, let's catch up on these super chats. Did you get that April Showers one, OC?
Yeah, I was about to say, she $5 super chat. Thank you, April. Again, appreciate the love. She said Jerry Jones don't want another tough head coach. Reminds him of Jimmy Johnson, where he didn't have all the control. April Showers. And my boy B-Bird, real quick, he just says $2 super chat. Let me get to it real quick. You got to get to it, boss. I'm lost.
I got
Sorry,
it.
man.
He said our pass game has to be a threat to the run, the ball.
All right, thank you, bro.
Pass game has to be a threat. I agree. I know what he's saying. So this is what he's saying. He's saying if you go try to run the ball, you got to have the weapons to make them fear the perimeter.
Your boy just tweeted. I know Big Game Jay.
What we got on Twitter? And y'all got some super chats? We'll put them in.
Go to Dez Bryant page. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm doing it now. I'll put it in the show. Oh Lord.
You already did. Stirring it up.
Stir it up, Dez. I'm gonna pull it up right now. Come here, Dez. Let me see what Dez tell me. Let me see. Oh Lord.
He just tweeted it out. Let me see. Let me go to my page. Let me go to my.
I don't see nothing from Dez.
Yeah.
On his Twitter?
On his Twitter. Let me go to. Go ahead. I didn't mean to hijack the show.
No, it's cool, bro. Listen, everybody go wait on this, bro. The way that you sold that, we want to hear this. Yeah, I'm looking at his Twitter. I don't see nothing though. When did he post it?
He says that I wouldn't mind throwing up the X again in Big D. He replied to Odell Beckham.
Way to be an opportunist, Dez Bryant. Way to go.
Wait.
So you can see it.
Way to be an opportunist.
Where you send it?
I just retweeted it, so now you just go to my page and you'll see it.
Thank you. See, that's how to work, Law. That's my boy, Law.
Yeah, you just go to my page and refresh. You go to my page.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now, Law. Yeah.
Jerry will love to play on that. Hey, I'm about to head up off here, but my final word right there, Jerry would love to play on that because Jerry still got that love for this. That's more news of the Cowboys being in the news. And what would Jerry say? Well, I just think the world of Dez. You know, that's something that we would never just close the door on. It's something that we can always keep an eye out on. Yeah, that's exactly what he would love to do because everybody would talk about it. Whatever.
Man, that hit me too fast, dog. But big. We got you, big dog. We got you, man.
Appreciate it, y'all.
All right,
salutes,
man.
Law. Salutes, OC. Salutes, boss.
Hey, give the people your final word real quick, man. Give the people your final word.
And Dak having peak, man.
No, yeah, whatever. My final word would just be, man, concern. I don't care if it's 6 daggone days. I'll listen to the law, and law don't, like you said, law don't be lying about
He
stuff.
don't lie.
Law always want to be positive.
Bipartisan.
And I kept hearing, even when he said the offense won the other day, they weren't really winning. You know what I'm saying, Law? They weren't really winning. They was okay winning. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we'll see, Kellen Moore. Because, buddy, if you don't do this, boy, it's going to be a long season if you do that same old thing, and that's my final word.
All right, man. That's the boy Big Game James.
Peace.
Ooh-wee, man.
That's my guy right there, man. Big Game James.
Big Game James.
All right, real quick. I ain't got no thoughts at all on what Dez said. Because, first of all, I haven't seen anything from Dez in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
So, and I'm not going to play on the past. And, honestly, I have not broken down this film from the Ravens. So, it would be very sloppy of me to just co-sign Dez because of the past. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, I ain't going to do it. I would have to do my homework on it. I mean, he posted it 4 hours ago, but nah, bro. Let me do my homework first on that. All right, real quick. Yeah, man. So basically, what you saying, Law, is we in trouble. If the season was starting tomorrow on offense, we in trouble. But you also saying give it time to see if they kind of work through this. So let me ask you a question real quick, Law, since you was out there. Is it one of those good days, then bad days? Because we all know that happens. OC, how many times did our defense just whoop y'all? And then y'all would turn around and give it to us. You know what I mean? And every now and then, it was a good day for the offense, and it was a bad day for the defense. Then it was a great day for the D, and the offense just sucked. I mean, we took it to y'all. Picks to the house, 3 touchdowns, blocking kicks. We doing everything. We letting y'all have it. How much of it is that, Law? Real talk. Real talk. No Kool-Aid.
Hey,
oh, it's bad. I can tell. It's bad. You ain't even got to finish.
You already know, man. So look, the hardest thing to see is how these guys going to consistently win on their routes, man. You know, and how we consistently win, and how many tools you got to use as a route runner that you can take away from what the defense is trying to do. And we are a handicap right now. So until a real game come about and those guys going 100% full speed, the DBs, like even when we said the offense won yesterday, keep in mind the defense had 3 interceptions and 1 forced fumble. So that was yesterday. Now today they had Jordan Lewis picked off Dak Prescott, and my guy Nashawn Wright, he had a few PBUs, and J-Ron Curtis had a big hit. Tyler Cole had a big hit. So we seeing big hits, less interceptions, but that wasn't the scrimmage. This was just them practicing. So we'll see the scrimmage tomorrow. So we'll see, man, whether or not this offense can combat, and the doggone special teams, they can't finish. They can't make a kick. Of course, it was windy, but what are we doing here? It's still, I'm trying to be positive, man.
Man, bipartisan. Hey, and see, this is why I respect it, bro, because I know you want to be positive. I know you do, bro, and you just can't do it.
Hey, the seed. See, the seed must die before it grows. You know what I'm saying? You gotta plant the seed, and the root of the seed, it goes downward first. Ain't that right, the OC? And then the seed begins to climb up. But you got to go through that process. You can't just have the tree without the root. So that's what the situation is right now. Come on, baby. Can somebody hear me? Come on.
Nah, I ain't falling for it, big dog.
Wait a second. You must understand.
When boys got to go to preaching,
Listen. Hey, listen. Hold on, boss. Listen. That seed has to be planted in soft, fertile soil.
Oh, Lord.
See, if it's planted in the wrong type of soil, it will be choked out and will become unfruitful, right? So I'm trying to figure out what kind of soil we got going on right here. Because I'm hearing you say, Law, is that we are gonna have to be top 5 in the NFL in rushing, or we just might have some issues. I mean, that's my transliteration of what you're saying that you're seeing right now. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on real quick. I'm getting too much confirmation from across the board, bro. Hold on. DMV, another YouTuber, just hit. It's just too much confirmation coming from across the board, bro. Let me show this real quick from my boy DMV. We did a show last night. DMV said, Mark told me, he talking about Mark Holmes, told me the offense got punked today.
Punked? That's tough. Not beat punked.
See, hold on. So we got West Coast, we got Law, and Law, as much as I try to get him to be positive, he taking these awkward pauses. He taking these awkward, bro. What I'm sensing, and this is what I'm real life sensing, I'm being honest. I'm looking at all the tea leaves coming from all the podcasters. I'm sensing on that offense. And I'm talking about them weapons. I'm talking about
but in the words of Mark Holmes.
Oh no!
We talking about practice.
Oh,
game. Practice. Now, one thing I can tell you too, man, it's hurt my guy Mark to say anything south about Dak Prescott. And I was just watching. Me and West Coast was watching, and we were looking at it like this. and Mark dropped some cuss words today at practice about his quarterback, and that's our quarterback because we like Dak Prescott. And this is what it's about, practice. And to the point.
Wait. Hold on, Law. Hold on, bro. Did you say Mark Holmes? Hold on. Let me look in the camera. Law, did you just say Mark Holmes had some cuss words on Dak, dog? That's how bad it was today. Did I hear you?
Collectively speaking,
Oh snap! Oh snap! Oh, so I get it. I fully get it. What happened? I get everything now. So what we getting from Michael Gilkin, John Machota, Clarence Hill, Patrick No-C Walker, Calvin Watkins, who else? We getting the positive. We getting the highlights. That's what's happening.
Yeah, man. But
that's what we getting. Because what was streaming off Twitter was the positive. It wasn't the reality. That's what I'm hearing. Just being straight up. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, because what they doing, they just kind of, there's something wrong with that. I want to hear the truth. I want to know exactly where we are. And for what I'm hearing, it look like, this is, OC, I need your help, bro. OC, I need your help.
What you need my help with, bro?
Okay, so I'm thinking about this scheme stuff that Kellen Moore has, right?
Right.
And this is what I'm thinking, because Coach Marv sent me an article where the top receiver, Tony, said that we are happy that Jason Garrett is gone because he was running a system offense that didn't allow us to be creative.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I was conceptually thinking that a system offense that's based on timing is best, especially when it's attacking like the linebackers or the second level, because the space makes sense because it's a shorter throw, usually to the slot or the tight end. But when you try to do it to the X or the Y, me playing corner, I do know that we can close space better than linebackers. So if you're trying to depend on X and Y guys to have timing, sometimes we take that timing from our skills. And I think Kellen Moore, and this is why I say I need your help. I think Kellen Moore is thinking that the system is going to work on the outside when the skill sets is taking it away.
I think it's too early to say, Boss Cowboy, because I haven't seen a scrimmage. I haven't seen a preseason game. So, I don't want to put the cart before the horse and also give an unfair analysis to the man at this point. I think that what we saw
I'm not even
year,
just talking about practice. I'm talking
you're
about
talking
systematic.
about the
Conceptually. Yeah, conceptually.
Well, conceptually, you got a two-way go. You can have a system offense that I'm dedicated to do what I do versus whoever I play. You can have a timing offense, which really is a semblance of West Coast. West Coast is really timing passing, right? Timing, medium, intermediate to short passes. It's more of a timing tempo type offense, right? And then you can have, in my opinion, what you call a scheme offense, which means that I can show you almost anything. I can run a variety of sets in a variety of ways based upon what the opposition is going to do. So I favor 2 or 3. I don't favor a system offense. And so I think that what he's going to have to do is figure out his matchups and figure out how to give his best players the football, regardless of what type of scheme or new nuances he wants to put into this. And if he's able to successfully do that, then he's going to be in good shape. If he gets caught up into being dedicated to my plan and not being flexible, then that's when he's going to get in massive trouble when he plays against some of these good teams.
All right. So final words. Unless you had something, Law.
Well, all I can say is that keep in mind all what we are saying now. We talking about practice and this day 6, right? There are things that we are looking for that what we're gonna echo tomorrow, right? If we go live again at 8 o'clock your time and 6 o'clock my time, we can go back at this, revisit this, and we'll go over all what we just said of what they improve on. The good thing about it is that tomorrow will be the actual scrimmage. So I can't wait to see the scrimmage tomorrow. And that way, I think that they're going to do a little nuances of, okay, this is what this player tend to do, or this is what he try to do. We're going to try to do some of that to take away. And then we'll give you guys all fair and all full assessment. But along the way, we try not to sugarcoat anything and everything, right? So that's just why you guys are here, right? To see or hear what's going on about the practices from a raw perspective. And I can't wait to see it tomorrow.
Yeah, man. That boy's good. That boy's good.
I ain't believing that. I'm messing with you, dog. I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you, dog. Like, obviously, it takes courage. I'm gonna say this as my final word. It takes courage to be honest to a fan base that's thirsty and starving. I mean that. And so I commend you, Lau. I commend you for coming in here, being objective, not a cheerleader. It wasn't no pom-poms. When I say bipartisan, because I actually took the name he gave me, I put it back on him. But I know I appreciate you coming out here telling the truth on what you were seeing. And anybody that doubts that he's being objective, remember this show, because I know how it is to go against a crowd, especially a hungry crowd that want to see success. And sometimes you just got to be honest. And my final word is I appreciate you, Mark Holmes, Law, for being honest, bro, about what you seeing out there and not giving us unmeasured Kool-Aid. I really, really appreciate that, Law. Commend you, man, and also lending your eyes to us as well as the whole community. For everybody that's watching, this is what you get when you have independence, when you have people like Law that's out there putting in the work, studying, and he didn't hold back, bro. I'm really appreciate that. Law did not give us sugar. He gave us water. And he measuring his Kool-Aid. So that my final words is I appreciate the teamwork, man, of you working your eyes at training camp. That's my final word.
All right, guys. So mine's going to be real short, man. It's simple. Hey, it's early in the game. Let's take a wait-and-see approach to this. We're not going to know much about this team, in my opinion, until we get into the second preseason game. Once we get past that second preseason game, I'll have stronger opinions. But until now, man, this is evaluation, man. And this is, man, show and prove yourself day in and day out and give me some consistency. That's my final word.
No doubt, man. And I just want to tell you guys about what my guy just said, the OC, about making sure that you put your seed in fertile ground. But sometimes your ground may not be fertile, so you got to make it fertile, and that's cultivations. A cultivator breaks up that hard soil. You got to till the land. He got to make sure that the ground can get oxygen so that when he water it, and then he makes that ground fertile enough that the seed can grab hold to it. That's work. A lot of people get complaining and complacent about where they at because they are not willing to put in the hard work. And I see two type of situations. Dan Quinn rolling up his sleeves and putting in the hard work. And I'm not saying that Kellen Moore is not doing such, but it's visible. Hopefully whatever Kellen Moore is doing out there for this team on the offensive side, that those boys can gravitate to what he's saying. But I can clearly see it with tangible evidence with Dan Quinn, and I can't see it that much with Kellen Moore. So we'll find out tomorrow. Sometimes people work behind the scene, but we'll find out tomorrow if the defense catch fire again. Then Law gonna be with a different attitude, and I'm gonna give it to you guys the raw way, the best way, Law way. That's been my time. Salute,
man. Law, I gotta get you back some way, bro. I know you doing a million things, but we got to get you back tomorrow if possible.
At the same time, hey, what we gonna do is post live meeting after practice at Red Robins. We're gonna be at Red Robins and their little shoot. We just did the post live today. It was our first time. We wasn't really set up the way we wanted to. So tomorrow we're gonna be really set up. Immediately after practice, we'll be there, and then I'll double time back just like I did today. How about that?
I love it, man. So y'all get ready. We go run it up. So listen, y'all go come back. Y'all go hear the after report from Law. You will also hear the after report from me, and then we go double back and we go talk about was it an improvement on the offense. Love it, Law. Let's get it. No days off. Let's go. Hold on, let me turn it down. What?
I said I'm gonna read all of the super chats on the next live. I got them saved, and I'm gonna read them. It was just too many for me to. This show will be still going on.
Just too much money. Just too much money. I feel it, dog. You know what I'm saying? I just got too much bread, little boss, little boss.
Come on,
No days off, baby.